Room 22 would like to welcome you to our spring program. We will be performing our musical play called Peter Rabbit. Enjoy the show!
The Tale of Peter Rabbit was written and illustrated by Beatrix Potter. It is one of the most beloved books in children's literature. The author's loneliness as a child, her love of nature, and creative imagination have brought us lively tales of determined creatures who have places to go and things to do.
In Beatrix's stories, mice have to be on the prowl for cats and owls, big fish catch little frogs for their dinner, and rabbits have to outsmart cranky gardeners like Mr. McGregor. Her characters are daring, humorous, lovable, and above all, independent. Her stories go along with the laws of nature. Every day in the life of her animals, we find a new adventure. And now the tale of Peter Rabbit.
Once upon a time there were 4 little rabbits, Flopsy, Flopsy, Cottontail, and Peter. With the mother rabbit they lived in a sandbank underneath the roots of a big fir tree.
A long time ago, there was a rabbit family that lived under a sandbank underneath the roots of a big fir tree. There was Mother Rabbit, Cottontail Rabbit, Mopsy Rabbit, Flopsy Rabbit, and Peter Rabbit. One sunny day, Mother Rabbit said,
My dears, I must go to the bakery to get a loaf of brown bread and 5 curtain buns for supper time. I want you to go into the fields to pick some nice blackberries to eat with them. You may go into the fields or down the lane, but don't go into Mr. McGregor's garden. Your father had an accident. Remember what happened to your father? He was caught, and Mr. McGregor made him into a rabbit stew.
We'll remember what you told us, Mother.
Yes, Mother, we will be good little rabbits.
We'll remember what happened to Father and we'll go near Mr. McGregor's garden. I like sweet currant buns. Yum, yum!
Now, I'm going to Chapman now, so run along and don't get into mischief.
Go on the field. I want to pick old sticky blackberries. I want to eat some delicious lettuce and carrots from Mr. McGregor's garden.
Don't you remember what Mother said? Don't you remember what happened to Father?
You bunnies are silly. I'll have more fun than you.
Peter Rabbit, you better
Bunny. Mr. McGregor may catch Peter and put him into a stew for his dinner. Peter has on his new jacket and pair of shoes. He better not lose them. Peter should mind our mother. Hopping, hopping, hopping down the lane. Hopping, 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 hopping down the lane. Hopping, 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 hopping down the lane. Hopping down the lane to the big blackberries.
Peter, who was naughty, would not mind his mother, would not mind his brother and sisters. Peter was very naughty. He ran and ran and ran. Straight to McGregor's garden. And squeezed under the gate. Peter had never seen so many nice vegetables. There's Mr. McGregor now. Will he see Peter slipping in? Please, Mr. McGregor, don't catch Peter. Don't put him into rabbit stew.
Making stew for dinner night. I need some tasty vegetables from the garden. Will you please help me gather the vegetables from the garden?
Look how beautiful our garden looks. The rows are perfectly straight. And there's not a weed in the whole garden. There are plenty of juicy, ripe vegetables to put into your stew. I'm so proud of our garden.
Look closely at our plants.
What could possibly be wrong with our plants?
That crazy rabbit has been in our garden again. He's eating the leaves off the vegetables. If you catch that rabbit, you'll certainly chop off my stew. Look at all this food. I'm so hungry. I'll eat some delicious lettuce and some juicy string beans and then some crispy red radishes. Finally, I shall try these wonderful sweet chili. Peter ate some lettuce leaves. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Then he ate some juicy beans. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Radishes in by the row. Just how many I don't know. Then he started feeling sick. Oh, so sick. Oh, so sick. Poor Peter Rabbit.
Peter walks around the garden looking for the gate to get out of the garden. Suddenly, Peter trips over a rake.
Do I see a rabbit in my garden?
Rabbit in my garden?
Stop, thief.
Stop, Steve. Stop, thief, thief. What would I do to you?
dreadfully frightened. He rushed here and there all around the garden, for he had forgotten the way back to the gate. He lost one shoe in the carrots and the other in the beans.
Hey, where's the gate to get out of the garden? I'm lost! How can I help you? I'm lost and I can't find the way, and I can't find the gate to get out of the garden. I am wise, but you took me by surprise. You appeared before me as I opened my eyes. Now let me think quick. I can see that you're feeling sick. Just follow the bricks. Believe in me, I'm not playing tricks.
Peter kept running faster and faster, and just then he got caught in a gooseberry bush. He was wearing his new blue jacket with large brass buttons. The buttons got caught in the bush. Peter kept wiggling back and forth to free himself from the bush, but it held him tight.
Jemima puddled up, beautifully dressed in her shawl and poke bonnet, wanders through the countryside in search for a safe nesting site from her eggs and her. Jemima, who is quite a simpleton, is determined to hatch her own eggs rather than leaving the task to a farmyard hen. She had made several attempts behind the tool shed, but the McGregors always carried them away. In desperation, Jemima headed towards the fir trees and saw Peter caught in the bush.
That's a fine mess you've got yourself into, Sonny. In fact, the position you're in looks rather funny. I can tell by your face that you're a scared little bunny. Your mother will be mad, I bet you money. When you get home, you better be as sweet as honey. I'd give anything to be home right now. But I must, you see. My mother warned me not to go into the garden, not to lift my jacket and shoes, and to help pick blackberries. But I didn't listen to her. Can you help me find my way back home? Get serious, Sonny. I'm in a hurry to find a safe nesting spot away from the McGregors. In fact, if I don't have enough patience to sit on my ass for the next 28 days, what makes you think I will take the time to help you with your problem? But you're older, and you know your way around the farm. Won't you please take the time to help me? Sorry, Sonny. Sorry, Sonny. I must be on my way. The day is wasting away. Peter, run! Stop your crying! Keep on trying! Run, Peter, run! Run, Peter, run!
Mr. McGregor ran up with the seed that he intended to pop upon Peter, but Peter wiggled out just in time and got free. His nice new jacket, still caught in the bush, was left behind.
He ran into the tool shed and jumped into a sprinkling can. It had been a great place to hide if it didn't have so much water in it. Mr. McGregor came looking for him in the tool shed. He was quite sure Peter was somewhere in there, or maybe he was under a flower pot. He began to turn them over carefully, making sure he looked under each pot.
Now where did that silly rabbit hide?
Peter Rabbit, what are you going to do? You lost your new blue jacket and your second pair of shoes. But most of all, Mr. McGregor hurt your shoe. I know you're feeling very blue, but please let me help you choose the best way to the Freedom Gate before you turn into a rabbit stew.
I heard that
sneeze. There he goes.
He got away again. But I have his shoes. I'm going back to work.
I'm tired chasing that crazy rabbit. Phew! That was close. If I could find the gate, I'll run all the way home.
Little Benjamin Bunny slid down to the road and set off with a hop, skip, and a jump to call upon his relatives who lived in the woods at the back of Mr. McGregor's garden.
Greetings, folks. Who has your clothes? There's someone in the garden. McGregor chased me about the garden, and I dropped my jacket and shoes.
Peter and Benjamin went for a walk to make Peter's stomach feel better. From eating all the vegetables in Mr. McGregor's garden, they walked hand in hand and got upon the stone wall at the bottom of the woods near the garden. From there they could look down into the garden. Curiously, they watched as Mr. McGregor worked in his garden and looked for Peter.
I see your nose twitching when the warm wind blows. As you're looking for your clothes, I suppose. Why were you at forgive the jacket and shoe store and to safety before my life got blues?
Ribbit. Oh, isn't this a glorious day? Thank goodness the sky's blue instead of gray. The hot sun has warmed me. I feel so perfect and free. I think I'll hop over to the waterfall as I fish my pole. Boy, all this hard work has taken toll. I'm tired of sitting on this sandy knoll. I know a cowboy I can be just fun as I'm out in this glorious, glorious sun. Or maybe I hope I meet some friends along the way, or maybe I'll go up courting today.
Good day, my friend.
Good day, Miss Mouse. I've just come from the pond and had such terrible luck fishing that I decided to try courting you on this beautiful day.
Mr. Frog went a corn and he did it right. Mr. Frog went a corn and he did it right. Sold and pistol by his side. He said, Miss Mouse, are you with him? He said, Miss Mouse, are you with him? Oh yes, sir, here I sit and still. He took Miss Mouse up on his knee and he said, Miss Mouse, will you marry me? Oh, where will the wedding supper be? Oh, where will the wedding supper be? Oh, way down yonder in the hollow tree. Now Mr. Frog was dressed in green. Now Mr. Frog was dressed in green, and his nose looked like feet, with no middle on his seat. The next hangman was a little flea. The next hangman was a little flea, chick and chick with a bumblebee.
Excuse me for interrupting your party, but I'm lost. Can you help me find the gate to get out of the garden?
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Excuse me while I munch. We are sharing a special lunch, enjoying each other's company a bunch. I'm afraid I can't help you much. I only know the woods as such. Now apologize for interrupting our lunch.
Peter's eyes were filled with tears. Just then he saw a big old cat near Mr. McGregor's pond. She sat very still as she stared at some goldfish, but occasionally her tail twitched as if it were alive. Peter had heard about cats from his cousin Benjamin, but he was desperate to find a way out of Mr. McGregor's garden.
Oh, Miss Cat. Oh, Miss Cat. Can you help me find my way back home? I'm frightened of Mr. McGregor, and for my life.
Go away. Can't you see I'm busy? I'm terribly hungry and I'm trying to catch my lunch.
Oh, please, Miss Cat. Oh, please, Miss Cat. Help me save my life.
Now look what you've done. You have abrupt entrance and crying sobs have scared the goldfish away.
Peter went back towards the tool shed, but suddenly, quite close to him, he heard a noise of a hoe. Screech, 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 screech. Peter peeped over a wheelbarrow. The first thing he saw was Mr. McGregor hoeing his onions. His back was turned towards Peter, and beyond him was the gate.
There's the gate. Oh, went so fast. Mr. McGregor won't see me.
Peter tiptoed around the wheelbarrow. He started running as fast as he could go along the straight walk behind some currant bushes. Mr. McGregor caught sight of him at the corner, but Peter didn't care.
Run, Peter Rabbit.
Run, Peter Rabbit.
Run fast.
Run fast.
You've lost your jacket, Peter.
You lost your jacket, Peter.
You've lost your new shoes, too.
You lost your new shoes, too.
You've disobeyed your mother.
You disobeyed your mother.
Now what will you do?
Now what will you do?
Peter slipped underneath the gate and was finally safe at last. The woods outside the garden. Mrs. McGregor watched as Mr. McGregor hung out Peter's little jacket and shoes on the scarecrow to frighten the blackbirds away.
That should take care of the rabbit.
I hope you got him this time. We need his garden to feed us during the winter.
I took care of him. Believe me, I scared him so bad he'll never come back. I went to Mr. McGregor's garden and now I'm sick.
Peter, what am I going to do with you? You lost your nice blue jacket and your new shoes too. That's the second pair of shoes and nice blue jacket you lost in 1 week. What a naughty boy.
Peter Rabbit, you get into mischief, mischief, mischief. Peter Rabbit, what a naughty boy. You have lost your nice and nice blue jacket, jacket, jacket. Peter Rabbit, what a naughty boy.
Off to bed. It's chamomile tea for you.
My stomach. That tea tastes awful.
No blackberry will change for you, Peter. You must learn to obey your mother.
Yes, Mother. Oh.
But Foxy, and Cottontail were good little rabbits to get blackberry, sugar, and cream. Yeah.
Mopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail. Blackberry, sugar, and cream. Yum, yum.
We are so glad
We are so glad
that Mr. McGregor did not catch Peter
did not catch Peter
and put him into rabbit stew.
and put him into rabbit stew.
Aren't you?
Aren't you?
And that's the story of Peter Rabbit.
And that's the story of Peter Rabbit. There was a rabbit family. There was a rabbit family. There was a rabbit family who lived in a very big hole. There was a rabbit named Cottontail Rabbit, Mopsy, Mopsy too. And last of all, there's Peter. There's Peter. There's Peter Rabbit.
We hope you enjoyed watching our production of Peter Rabbit. Thank you for coming to our program.
My name is Caitlin Height, and I'm narrator 1.
My name is Zach Molzoff, and I'm narrator 2.
My name is Tanner West, and I was the leader. My name is Sophia Mason, and I played the part of Cat.
My name's Journey Garcia and I played Owl.
I'm Jackson James, and I played the part of Benjamin Bunny. My name's Sam Vaughn, and I played Scarecrow. My name's Leah Ferris. I played the part of Mrs. McGregor. My name's Clayton Burnham, and I play Mr. McGregor. My name is Finley Evanson, and I play Peter Rabbit. My name is Brindley Taylor, and I played the part of Mopsy and Bee.
My name is Kinley Clements. I play the part of Mother Rabbit.
My name is Drew Stoller, and I play the part of Cottontail and Flea.
My name is Bristol Voorhees, and I play the part of Foxy Rabbit and Moth.
My name is Lily Taylor. I play Jemima Puddle Duck. My name is Annabella Stock, and I play the part of Mouse.
My name is Hank Cooper and I play the part of Frog.